Hey yo, guess who's back, bro? It's your boy, Sir Collapses What If, and I'm back. Like, I've been gone for a while because, like the day before New Year's, I was gonna drop a special on New Year's, and that didn't go so well because the day before New Year's Eve, you could say, I lost my phone. Everybody like, bro, how you lose your phone? Don't question me. Y'all all done it before. You set that boy down and then you go do something, you get distracted, you come back to look for that boy. You can't find it. Don't tell me none of y'all ain't do that. But anyway, bro, this about to be crazy. Hold up. But anyway, this is what if Naruto was what if Naruto was 25% uchiha, senju, hatake, and senju. I mean, not senju, and hyuga. Yes, he is 4 clans. 25 plus 25 plus 25 plus 25 is 100. You don't know that, like, I think you need to go back to school. Unless you're still in school. But, oh, I forgot. I forgot something else. And he has the drip release. Yep, you heard it. Drip release. He has drip release, paper release, light release, and dark release. I'll explain more about them soon, but let's hop straight into the what if. One day, Naruto was born, and a masked man came down and swooped him up. Okay. So everything went the exact same in canon. But wait, when Naruto was about to get clawed, when he was about to get killed by the Nine Tails, Kakushina and Minato still jumping in front of him, but this time a stone wall, earth wall appeared as Naruto started laughing, like, you know, like a baby playful laugh, as they were like, did he do that? And then the masked man came, / Obito, and he's like, who are you? I am Madara Uchiha. He was like, no, Madara Uchiha is dead. Tobirama and him died in the Valley of the End. That's what I want you to think. Can't be Madara. Madara was the high score. As the masked man and Minato start to fight. Minato fighting him, but he threw a punch at him, and it went straight through him. He was like, dang it. And she threw a punch at Minato, hitting him in the side. As Minato dashed quickly, swiftly, quick and swift, and this one he is much faster than in canon. He's like in his canon, he's like the Raikage speed plus his cannon speed combined. That's how fast he is. As he zooms, hitting Obito and the masked man in the stomach. As the masked man spits up large amount of blood, as he said, as he placed the seal on him, so he couldn't use his ninjutsu so he couldn't use his ninjutsu. So then now Minato was able to hit him freely now, as the masked man started using taijutsu, throwing punches, kicks. And I have this man, so he threw 5 kunai. One stuck in the tree, one landing on the ground, one flying up in the air non-stop. And they started to come back down, and 2 just flying. As he was like, "Oh, what are you going to do that for?" As he teleports to one, hitting Kamen, hitting Obito. As he teleports to another, hitting Obito again. As he teleports to another, hitting Obito again. As he teleports to another one, hitting Obito again. And then he goes to the top one. As he goes to the top one, sending a devastating Rasengan to Obito's skull. Obito retreated. As everybody was scared of the Teletubbies now, but the Teletubbies ran off. No, they did not steal it in Naruto, because the masked man lost control of it. So now he doesn't have it. We time skip 2 years later. All of the clan, Minato and Kikuchi decided to when he gets older, let him train. But first he needs to pick who he's training with. And he can talk. He can talk now. As he is really smart at the age of 2. Naruto's really not as smart at the age of 2. As they sit in a room and say, "Naruto, who do you want to train you first?" And then second, he said, "Oh, uchiha." He says uchiha, senju, hatake, and then the hyugas. As then they're surprised by his nice talking and how smooth he talks. And they were like, "Okay, Naruto, 3 years later, you will start training with us, with the Uchiha first. Every week you will transport to a different compound to train." As Naruto says, "Okay." As we time skip 3 years later, as nobody really knows Naruto, because the Hokage keeps it a secret right now, because his son is really strong and he has a lot of clans connected to him, and he doesn't want his kid to, like, have a bounty on his head or anything. So he keeps it a secret for a while. Then Naruto is training with the Uchiha right now. He's training with Itachi, Shisui, and Sasuke. Sasuke is his age, but he's just training with Itachi and Shisui to get stronger like Naruto. As Sasuke and Naruto start to form a bond. As then they said, "Okay, it's time to get serious." As Shisui and Itachi set up a whole bunch of targets, he set up 10 targets, giving them 10 shuriken. And he said, "You have to jump up in the air and hit all of these targets in midair." He says, "Okay." As Naruto jumps in the air, throwing all 10 of them, hitting all 10 of them, they were like, "Oh, Naruto, impressive." As Sasuke does the same, he was like, "You as well, Sasuke." Sasuke says, "Thanks." As then they train some more. A week has passed, and Naruto has trained very immensely, mastering. He has mastered some jutsus and has unlocked his One Samari Sharingan. Sasuke has not even unlocked it yet. Naruto only unlocked it in his first week. Next people are senju. I'ma just say like Hashirama isn't alive. Yeah, Hashirama is the senju. I'm gonna just say like Hashirama is alive. So Hashirama starts training him, and he gets really strong. So 4 days later, Naruto is still training with Hashirama, and Hashirama says, "Have they taught you about? Have they figured out your chakra natures and messed with your chakra control?" He said, "No, but they have focused on some of my jutsus. I have mastered some jutsus." And he says, "Well, that's what we're going to be working on your 4th day with me." He says, "Cool." As Naruto starts walking on walls, and he's like, "Whoa, this is cool." And she was like, "No, we move on to your chakra natures." As he grabbed a piece of paper, as he said, "Put chakra into the paper." As he put chakra in the paper, and it just evaporates, and he was like, "Wait, what?" And he was like, he felt a little burn. He was like, "I guess that means you have fire?" He was like, "Oh, okay. I guess you have a fire chakra nature?" He said, "Come on, let's do it again." And Naruto does it again. And then the paper gets wet. As you know what chakra nature this is. It's water. It's the water chakra nature. As he said, "Whoa, next one." As Naruto just cycles through all of them, and now he has all of the chakra natures. But then Naruto says, "This is fun. I want to keep doing it." As he said, "Yeah, have fun with that, kid." As Naruto puts chakra in there, and then the paper does something different. It glows. It gets invaded in darkness. It gets darker and darker and darker and darker. Eventually looking like a pitch black room. And she's like, "Wait, what is this?" He's like, "I have never seen this before." We have to look farther into your powers, Naruto. As Naruto saying, "Wait, can I do one more?" Yes, he said, "Yeah, you might unlock something else." As he puts his hand on it, he puts chakra in it, and it lights like a yellow whitish color, glowing very, very brightly. As Hashirama is almost blinded by this, and he's like, "Oh my god, what is this?" As Naruto said, "Wow, this is cool." As Naruto starts training with his chakra natures after that, and he eventually starts to learn about about dark release and light release. He calls them that. And he can use shadow possession jutsus like Shikamaru. He can take over people, basically. As Naruto's light release, it does a lot of things for him. He can craft things with it. He can light up very dark rooms. He can make pretty cool stuff with it. And do pretty cool stuff with it. He can do average jutsus, regular jutsus with it, as well as the dark release. I will start mentioning the drip release. As next we move on to hatake, which I would just say, Kakashi's dad does not commit suicide. and his dad ends up finding love or whatever, and Naruto has as Kakashi has a sister. As Kakashi starts training Naruto with his sister. His sister is the same age as Naruto. And I'm gonna just show y'all something. Oh, hold up. Y'all probably know where this is going. This is, what is his name? Takashi's sister. As Naruto, he's just training with, him as they do a whole bunch of crazy stuff. As he teaches them the Shadow Clone Jutsu, a whole bunch of jutsus and stuff. As Naruto has learned over 210 jutsus. Over. As then, the last one is Hyuga. As the Hyuga trains him, as Naruto eventually unlocks the Byakugan. It's kind of funny how I said the Byakugan. He eventually unlocks it. And Neji says, I challenge you. As he says, there's no point in challenging me. You will just lose. He said, haha. As I'm going to say Hinata's dad. As Hinata's dad said, there's no point in challenging him, Neji. And plus, go back to your side branch. This is the main branch. You are not supposed to be here unless you're here to train. And she's like, okay. As he went back. As he trains with him. And trains for that week. Then eventually, after that week, he goes back to his parents. Minato teaches him some things. As he's like 5, and he's strong as ever. As Naruto, as they already taught him like almost everything they know. So they just out here, teaching him more stuff. And then they're running out of ideas to teach him and stuff. As Naruto is like, are they not trying to teach me anything? Or is they like just getting bored or something? Hold on, bro. As Naruto learns a lot of things. And we do an 8-year time skip. And Naruto misses the first day of the academy. As Naruto walks in the class, as Iruka said, "Oh, wow, looky here. We have a new student class." As Naruto is just walking. He's not emo like Sasuke, but he's just kind of emo, just like walking. And all the girls were all on the Sasuke train, but now they're on the Naruto train. They just see Naruto and fall in love at first sight. As Naruto just walking, as Naruto says, "I'm Naruto, Uchiha, Senju, Hatake, Hyuga." As everybody is shocked to hear that he's from 4 fudging clans. As Ruka said, that is an interesting combination of clans. Of clans. You have the Naruto. As he said, yeah, okay, whatever. As he goes to sit next to Sasuke. As some of the girls are still on Sasuke's train and say, "Hey, how come you think you just can come in here and sit in Sasuke, sit in our seat?" As Naruto says, Oh, oh, I didn't even realize it was you. Sasuke, no long, no, I forgot the saying. No time, no, whatever he says, no long time see, or whatever, bro. I'm over here tripping, bro. Long time no see, he says. He's like, oh, what's up, Naruto? He says, I couldn't even realize it was you, even with the name. He said, as they like dap up, and everybody in the class were like, you know each other, and they were like, yeah. And he was like, I know a couple of people in this class. As he points at Sasuke, then points at Hinata, then Kakashi's sister, and yeah. As then they were like, he knows some of the, well, it makes sense that he knows them. He says, oh yeah, and I can't forget about my sensei Hashirama as well. As Hashirama is just there like watching because he wants to see Naruto fight because he knows today is sparring. As Iruka said, well, anyways, today is sparring, so everybody is going to spar today. Naruto's like, huh. Hey Sasuke, you want to have a good fight, like good old time, like good old sake? As he said, yeah, we can do that. As they go outside to see the second, third, and fourth Hokage, he's like, oh, hi Dad, hi Sensei. As Minato and Hashirama wave. Wait. I've been getting this all mixed up this whole time. I mean Tobirama. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Tobirama was the one who was fighting Madara. Yeah, it was Tobirama. I'm slow. Just forget if I said Hashirama, if I said Tobirama. I'm out here tripping today, bro. But you can't blame me. Like, it's my first day back home. Like, I should have never left, bro. This ice good, no cop. But anyways, he's like, and everybody was like, what, Sensei and Dad? And we're like, wait, the fourth Hokage is your dad, and Tobirama's your Sensei? Naruto said, yeah. Because they were like, ugh. As they were shocked. And as he said, who like to spar first? As Naruto and Sasuke jump on the field. As some people are screaming Sasuke and some people are screaming Naruto, even though they just literally met him. As Naruto was like, I have fangirls already. Sasuke says, that's exactly what I said on the first day I came here. Says, I wish I could be in the nose school. He said, yeah, me too. As they start sparring. As Naruto says, dark release. As early as dark release. As Sasuke was like, yeah, Naruto, what are you doing? I can't control my body. As Naruto was like, it's my dark release. As he kicks him in the face. As he kicks him in the side, I will say, not in the face. As he fumes into the gate. As he runs at Naruto, activating his Tsutomu. I'm going to say he has his Tsutomu. As Naruto activates his 3 Tomo, and Tomo, as he punches Sasuke. As Sasuke says, Chidori, as Naruto says, Rasengan. As Naruto deactivates his Rasengan and his 3 Tomoe. As he throws a kunai up in the air, teleporting. He learned the flying Raijin, I'm gonna say, as he teleports up in the air. As everybody's like, what? He just teleported. As he said, As Hashirama says, Minato, you taught him that already? And she said, yeah, obviously, he's already 8. Told him that when he was like 7 or 6. And Hashirama was like, didn't you think that was a little early? He says, no, I knew he could handle it. And she was like, yeah, okay. As Naruto comes down with the Rasengan from above. As Sasuke didn't see this coming. He deactivates his Tsutomu, looking around. He says, ha, you're coming from the ground. And then he stands there for a couple seconds as Naruto's still falling. As he hears like wind just like whoo, like a meteor or somebody said hit him. As he looks up, sees Naruto. As he sees a white-haired boy coming down on him with a Rasengan in his hand. As he hits him in his head, knocking Sasuke out. As Iruka was like, the winner of this fight is Naruto, Uchiha, Senju, Hatake, Hyuga. And everybody was just still astonished to hear how many clans he was in. As they went back home, Sasuke and Naruto were just chilling, you know. As Naruto, no, I'm not gonna say that. They after that spar, a girl that he knew appeared, and it was Kakashi's sister. He said, "Hey Naruto, what have you been up to?" He says, "Nothing much." He said, "Cool." What you doing today? Naruto said, "Why are you asking all the questions?" You know what? I thought we could hang out. He says, "Yeah, sure." And they gotta eat your food after school. As Naruto like, yes, ramen. As she just ordered water, he's like, pathetic water. No, pathetic water. I hate water. Pathetic. And then she was like, are you okay? He said, no, water is pathetic. Ramen is superior to water. And she smacked him on the back of his head. He was like, what was that for? She said, you need water to live. You can't just eat ramen all your life. And he was like, ha ha, that's where you go wrong. Ramen has plenty of juice in it. It has basically water, but it's good. She's like, yeah, Naruto's like, yes, ramen is the best thing in the world, and you can never change my mind. He said, actually, ramen is not the best thing in the world. My mom's cooking, and she's like, hey, yo, what you say? I know I didn't hear your mom's cooking. Bro, you remember that one time when I was over there? She cooked ramen, and that thing smelled like poo. And then she was like, yeah, it might smell like poo, but it was good. He's like, good? I never tasted toilet water, but if I ever had toilet water, that's what it probably tastes like. Like, I'm just saying that because, like, you know how you smell something and you can try to figure out what it tastes like just with smelling it? It's kind of weird, but if anybody's had that feeling, that happened to me before. She slaps Naruto in the back of his head and he's like, stop. Okay, seriously, stop. As he stopped, Naruto says, plus my mom has the best cooking. I love ramen, but that doesn't mean my mom doesn't cook the best. And he was like, oh yeah. As after that, Naruto walked their home. Blah blah blah. Naruto went to the house talking. And Kikuchino was at the door like, Naruto, why did you get here so late? You're usually here earlier. He says, I was talking to Gari's sister at Ichiraku, as Minato was in the background. Like, Naruto has a little date. As Naruto's like, Dad, you know that wasn't what it is. It was just a friend catch-up thing. And she was like, yeah, sure, that was it. He said, old man, I challenge you. You cannot beat me. I am stronger than you. I have the power of 4 clans on my side. And he says, Naruto, don't you know 2 of those clans come from me? As he says, that's where you are mistaken. I have 4 clans. You have 2. As he says, Naruto, as Fukushina's like, Naruto, don't talk to your father like that. Naruto's like, okay, fine. He said, yes. He knows what happens when Kukushina gets mad. She goes, you better run mode. As Naruto, he's like, why do I have to be stuck with these old people? As then Naruto, the next day goes to school. All the girls are fangirling him. As Naruto and Sasuke just chilling. As Kakashi's sister comes in, walks in the class, sits next to Naruto. As all the girls are like, you do not get to sit next to Naruto. As Naruto says, actually, yes, he does. The rest of you don't. As they were shocked to hear this, as they were like, what? Naruto said, you heard me. You guys don't get to sit here. As he was like, she really is the only person who can sit right here, other than Hinata. As everybody stared, as all the other girls stared at Hinata, as Iruka was like, Iruka was like, class, as everybody focused on attention, and as like, I'm gonna just time skip and when they're announcing teams. Oh yeah, they passed the test, by the way. As they are announcing teams, as they say, Team 7, Naruto. As they say, Naruto. As Iruka says, I'm not gonna bother to say your last name. As he says, and then he says Kakashi's sister's name. As then he says Sasuke's name. As all the girls are bummed to see this. Or should I change it? No, I'm gonna keep it like that. As Kakashi, he does the thing. And says, okay, so tell me what you like, you dislike, all of that. And then as Naruto says, give me an example. As he says the same thing again. As Naruto says, I want to live up to my master's expectations, as well as my dad. I want to become the 6th or 7th Hokage. I know I won't get there, because I know, Kakashi, that you are very strong, and you might be the 5th. As Kakashi hears this in shock, and he's like, yeah, okay. As he said, and then he said, my likes are ramen. He says ramen. As he says ramen, sparring, fighting. As he says fashion. As he's like, fashion. As Kakashi thinks in his head, is he gay? As Naruto says, and some other things. As then we moved to Sasuke. He says, "Well, I like sparring like Naruto." He says that's the really only thing. My dislikes are getting fangirled, as he says. But that's probably not a problem anymore since Naruto gets fangirled a lot often now. As he was like, so these are the two boys who get fangirled all the time. As then Kakashi's sister says, "Well, I like sparring like these two." As he was like, "This is a good sign they all have things in common." As then he says, "And my dislikes are people saying my mom's food is horrible." What he said, "I must burn, huh?" That's Kakashi says. As Kakashi says, "Wait, who says our mom's food is horrible? It's the goodest thing I ever tasted." As Naruto says, "I think I smell cat." As Kakashi, he just like zooms in front of Naruto and says, as Kakashi says, "I will remember this." as then he says, "Well, meet me at Trading Ground 7 tomorrow at blah 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 blah." All that. As Kakashi actually gets there in time because of his sister. As they start to benefit. As Naruto says, "I know all the tricks to this." This is a type of illusion, you could say. Hold up. So actually, guys, I actually recorded the whole thing. Already, but my trash storage rarely stopped the video, so now I don't have as much energy. But you know what, we still gonna push through this, you already know that. But I wish I could just go to the mobiles and things, and like, you know, do the listening. But I actually can't, I can't even enter the mobile app, I can't, it's so irritating. Oh no, should I just post it? Oh my god, yo, I got a good idea. So, I'm gonna put the two parts together, I got this app, I can put the two parts together and make a dot, you know what I'm saying? But anyways, so I'm gonna say this is where we left off. We left off where Naruto and his team were about to go fight Kakashi because they were doing the belt set. As Naruto already knows what's going on. As you know, they start to go in combat. As Naruto says, "Okay, here's the plan." As you know, he says the blah 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 plan. You already know. As they yeet him, they literally throw him they literally yeet him, they pick Naruto up in the dome. Naruto has the machine gun in his hand, and he has the machine gun in his hand. As Kakashi doesn't see this, getting hit by a fatal blow in the stomach by the machine gun, getting punched in the face by Naruto. Again, getting punched in the face by Sasuke, who ran over there really, really fast. Then he gets a kick to the stomach by his sister, making him fall to the ground. Naruto grabs the bells and then replaces them with rock using a substitution jutsu on them, making them look like bells. I'm pretty sure that's what shot. As then Naruto was like, and then as he was like, so you guys have, as he got cut off by Naruto pulling out bells. As he was like, ha, Naruto, those are just rocks. You were playing with me. Ha, you think I'm a mere child? And she's like, you know, those are substitutions on your like waist thing or whatever, like the thing they're like connected to. And she was like, ha, that is lies. As Naruto undoes the substitution jutsu, as they turn into rocks, as he was like, what? You're actually serious? And he was like, yeah, I just wanted to toy with you a bit. And he was like, ha, who are you going to give it to? And she was like, I already know the point of this test. It's teamwork. So, you know who I'm going to give it to? He says, Sasuke and your sister, as he throws them to them. And she was like, well, that's what I should have expected from you three. And she was like, you passed. As they do like 200, as they do like 300 D-rank missions. As Naruto was actually fine with this, as well as Sasuke. And Kakashi's sister. But Naruto's kind of getting bored because all the cats and dogs and stuff he has to chase. And he's like, can we stop chasing cats and dogs and pulling out weeds? It's kind of boring, Kakashi. Can we get like an S rank? We have the potential. And she was like, Naruto, you have the potential of A rank, but you have the potential of A rank, but I don't know that for sure. But that's at least what I think. You guys are Naruto, you're probably almost Kage level, and you two, you are high Jonin level. As Naruto says, I'll fix that. They will be Kage level like me, so they can be the next Hokages after me. And she was like, And he's like, I'll train them. And they're like, really, Naruto? Are you sure about that? And Naruto says, teammate for teammate. And she's like, I probably won't teach you everything because I don't want you, going crazy and then trying to kill me. Then we both die because I taught you every single jutsu I know. And anyway, yeah. As then they go on the Zabuza mission and all of that. Well, the Tarzan mission, as they go on a Tarzan mission, as they on a Tarzan mission, as Naruto says, hey guys, in the portal, come out. He notices before Sasuke, for Kakashi even notices, as he's like, it hasn't rained in months. Plus, it will be more puddles around here. We have basically walked half a mile, I'm gonna say. And I haven't saw one other puddle except this one. And he says, hey Tarzan, hey old man, explain why these Chunin are chasing you. They're probably not even Chunin. Knowing this little incident that they just did. A puddle right in the middle, and I noticed that there's two of them. I don't sense one presence, but two. As the demon brothers come out, and they're like, you're impressive, kid. You might actually be able to take us down. As one of them already falls to the ground, the one I was talking, he's not dead, but he's paralyzed. And she was like, hey, Naruto, don't kill them. We need info. And she said, yeah, my yes. You know what's up, my guys, bro? Oh my god, I like the same thing happened again, but it was just happened again. So, like, it keeps saying something about storage, but I wish I could see. But anyway, so they were fighting. They were about to get info from the Demon Brothers. The Demon Brothers, well, one of the Demon Brothers, because the other one was paralyzed. He couldn't move nothing from the neck down. So he just let his brother talk for him, as the Demon Brothers told him the information. As he didn't tell him about Zabuza because he wanted Zabuza. Well, he wanted somebody else to sneak up on him. He didn't know who else was on the mission with them. As they walked, as Naruto says, as they walk more and more and more, as Naruto senses two presences, he says, hey, lady. As he says, hey, lady. As I'm gonna just say Haku was a lady in this one. He says, hey, lady, dressed up in boy clothes over there, get out of that tree. And hey, guy, and hey, dude, flying on the sword. Wait, hey, Zabuza, flying on the sword. Get off of it now, or I'll have to punish you. As he says, I'm not your master, so you must obey me. As he says, and sometimes if I don't get what I want, I kill, as a little bit of killing intent comes off of Naruto. As Haku and Zabuza, like, they instantly do it because they don't, like, they sense it's killing intent. As then they start rushing at Naruto, Sasuke, all of them just basically. As Naruto says, I'll protect the older man. They might be coming after him. I don't know. I know why. I mean, he knows why. Never mind. He might be coming after the old man. You two hold him back. As she sees Haku glare at Naruto, Kakashi's sister, and she gets kind of mad at that because she kind of likes him. As they start fighting, as Sasuke and Zabuza are fighting, as Haku just is flat on the ground, knocked out. As Zabuza is like, he got multiple ribs broken, bleeding and junk, bro. Sasuke just pounding my man. As Kakashi just looking like, I have a set of a team here. As then after they're done, they all just keep going on. As eventually they get to the bridge. As they don't name it the Naruto Bridge. They name it the Great Seven Bridge. No, Team Seven Bridge. No, the Four Leaf Bridge. Oh, the Chunin. No, not Chunin. Not the Chunin. Guinea. I'm pretty sure. The Guinea. Bro, I'm gonna just name. Yeah, it's still the Great Naruto Bridge. I'm gonna say it. Because I can't find any other name. Then, as after that, they go back. They do a couple more missions that I'm not gonna get into. As after that, they all go get some ramen because Naruto suggested it. As they were like, yeah, okay, sure. As they go get ramen, as Naruto, he's kind of bored. He's like kind of bored. He's like, as he's like just still bored, just sitting there bored. As he's so bored, he's like, I know like ramen and all of that, but this is kind of boring. Naruto, hey Sasuke, you wanna come spar? Sasuke says no. As Kakashi's sister says, yeah, I could spar. Naruto says, yeah, okay. I should really just say yes to tell. She's trying to tell him that she likes him. As Naruto, he says, I think it's really fine. He says, well, I have to tell you something first. As she's like, as Naruto's like, something that knows going on here. He says, man, I watch too many movies. No, I hate movies now. As she says, Naruto, like you as Naruto, he just looks down. I know it. You got dang movies. Movies ruin something in your life. As he looks at him, as she's looking at him blushing as Naruto, it's like he did nothing. Like Naruto just looks up as they start sparring, like for no reason. I'm just gonna say they just start sparring after that. As Kakashi and Sasuke hearing this because they were coming to spar because they were done eating their ramen. Naruto's like, when she said that, Naruto said, well, I guess so, as, you know, that's the flag that they, as they start sparring as Kakashi and Sasuke just decides to come out, and as they all start to spar, they start to train or whatever, do all of that stuff, and oh yeah, thanks for like 70 subs. I'm pretty sure it's like 70 or 69 or 68 or something like that. Thank you for that. This road to 1K, you already know, bro. I mean, not 1K, 100 subs. Actually, I want to try to hit 1K this year. If we can, that would be really cool. As Naruto is just like, as he's just like, as the next day, Naruto was cool, As then Kakashi breaks the news to him that the tuning exam is the next day. As they say, like, I'm gonna just say actually time skip to tuning exam. As they take the tuning exams early because they have the potential of a literal Jonin right now. As they do it, as they ask for their age, as Kakashi says, 13 and 12 and 13 and 13. As he's just lying at this point. As he's like, just kidding. They're 9. I'm just gonna say they're 9. I mean, no, I'm just gonna say they're still 8. No. Yeah, I'm gonna just say they're 9 now. As this is like, well, we don't allow the person knows like we don't allow 9-year-old 9. We only allow 12 and over. Seems like they're like Kage level right now. Well, one of them is Kage level, and some of them are Johnny level. And there's like, well, okay if you say so, but you have to sign this waiver first. And they all sign it as whatever, and then the battles come up. Now I'm gonna just have tuning exams come up, and they're like 13 now. I'm gonna just say that as the tuning exams start, all of that. As the first exam is just a regular paper test exam, as the person with the highest scores is Naruto, Uchiha, Senju, hatake, hyuga. As second place is Kakashi's sister, and no, that's not her name. Her name is not Kakashi's sister. I'm still trying to figure out her name for her. And third place is Sasuke Uchiha. That's all everybody was like, oh, this is not fair. This is not fair. This is not fair. As then the second stage of the tuning exam start, I'm gonna just say, should it be forced to death? Yes, the forced to death. As they get the scrolls, as the team with the most scores is Team 7. As she states their names. Hold up. As she says, Team Naruto, as everybody's like, these people are so irritating. As the next thing comes up, as they are about to fight. First match, Naruto versus Kiba. I'm not even gonna say the last names because I don't even like actor player. I don't even care. As then everybody was like, this must be interesting. As then Kiba's team was like, Kiba is gonna win. They were like cheering Kiba on. As Naruto just said, saying in the like coldest voice, no, he's not. As he only says that once, and everybody in the room just like gets quiet. As the match starts, as Naruto blast off, punching Kiba right with a devastating blow off the start, throwing him into a wall. Then he kicks him, knocking him out. Naruto is the winner. Naruto wins. Next battle, Sasuke versus Neji. I'm gonna say, as Neji goes in for instant 64 palms or whatever, as Sasuke just dodges all 64. Then after that, he kicks Neji and punches Neji in the stomach and punches him in the guts. Well, stomach again, I'm gonna just say. I think kicks him in the face. As then he lands one devastating blow with a Chidori, putting him to sleep, making him the winner. Then, there's Kakashi's sister against Maybe who should I pick? Should I be Sakura, or Hinata? I think I'm gonna go with the most useless out of them all. Sakura. As they start the match, Sakura just like starts going in for punches, as she just gets slapped, knocked out easy as pie, like no effort, like just slap, bro. As this is just no effort at all. And she just wins the match like that. As they say, well, prepare for the next round of the thing. As Gaara, that team or whatever, they actually participated in that part, I will say. Whatever, they participated or whatever. As then they said, well, the next part of it is coming up. As then, like a couple of weeks later, they hear a whole bunch of Ambu knocking. They hear two Ambu knocking on their door, talking about that. And then the matches are a little different since Neji has been beaten. As it's Naruto against Gaara. As Gaara says, I want to see your blood. As Naruto says, you're not intimidating with that low bloodlust. As Naruto says, this is my minimum bloodlust, and it is way stronger than yours. As he lets out like 1% of his bloodlust, just explodes the whole stadium. Everybody is shocked by his blows. So he's there. Anyway, as then Gar was intimidated by this, he's like, now I want to see your blood even more. So Naruto says, I may have to hit my bloodlust all the way up to full power. As Naruto flexes, breaking some of his shirt. I'm gonna just say like he's not like buff, but he like average strong. As all the girls just look at him. As all the girls just look at Naruto, it's like he like just start looking at Naruto. Now as a whole bunch of bloodlust pops like starts coming up, like his bloodlust starts rising right when he pops out of his, right when his shirt like rips when he like flexes. And God was like, this is too much intent. I can't kill him. As he was like, my plan will have to go in action then. As they start fighting, as Naruto kicks him, and then Gar gets mad, as then he says, ah! As Gar says, I want to see your blood, as then he starts using sand, throwing at Naruto dodging rapidly. He keeps like dodging and dodging and dodging and dodging. As he keeps on dodging, as Tamari's just looking at him, like, like with anime heart eyes, like anime heart eyes. He's just looking at him as Kakashi's sister sees this and she goes up to Tamari and says, "Hey, back off. He's mine. He's mine." And he said, as Tamari says, "Okay," as he said, like I care, as she was like, I can't stand people like you. As Kakashi's sister just walks away from Tamari and says, people like her. As Naruto just was about to beat Gar, as Gar goes full Shikaku move. No, not full, but he goes kind of Shikaku mode. Then he dips, trying to break the village. As Tamari and that other guy, whatever his name goes with it, as like he goes overboard, like full Shikaku move. As he about to like absolutely smash, like he just out of loses control, about to hit Tamari with one of his like big claw things. That Naruto dips as nobody else is there. So he just grabs her as he grabs her in a weird position, like she's facing him, as he's holding her by the butt, as she's like facing him with her legs wrapped around him and her arms, and he was like, "Don't get any ideas." She was like, "I'm not getting any ideas." And Naruto said, "Yeah, okay." And he was like, "I have a girlfriend, so I would just set you down next to the tree and I'll handle him." As she sets her down to a tree, on a tree, as he dips, and you just hear explosion nearby, and that was just Sasuke and Naruto. Both punching Shikaku at the same time. And they like literally just obliterate Shikaku. And then he turned back into Gar as Gar passes out. And after that, Gar gets taken back to, wherever he is or wherever he came from. As then like Kakashi's sister shows up and she's Tamara there, and then he sees Naruto, and Naruto's just sitting there talking to Sasuke. As then Naruto is like, he's 13 right now, so I'm gonna say a year later, he hears Jiraiya comes and says, "Hey kiddo, some people are coming after you, and I want to train you." As he says, "We're gonna go for 2 years," as he said. 2 years. As I'm gonna just say, Tamari is staying at Naruto's place with Kakashi's sister. So like, there was no funny business, if you know what I mean. As as Naruto says, yeah, I just have to go do something. As he doesn't see nobody when he goes there, he's like, as he usually like when he comes back, he usually just sees uh um Kakashi's sister there. But he opens like Kakashi's sister sleeping in their room or whatever. I'm just saying like they all got a like appointment together or whatever. As he opens the door and sees Tamari and Kakashi's sister kissing, as he just closed the door instantly, I was like, I don't know what's that all about. As Naruto feels somebody grab him by his shirt, and he's like, no, no. I'm getting pulled into the room as he just feels himself getting dragged, bro. And he was like, no, my drip. As like he's wearing something drippy right now as they just tearing it apart. He's like, no, my drip. As I'm gonna just say like they somewhere around the age. I'm gonna just say like whatever the age is, I don't care. Y'all can the age. I don't know the age, bro. What the age? I don't know the age. As then all of that is happening. As as then Naruto never comes back out to go talk to Jiraiya, and Jiraiya was like, something must have happened to the kid. He says, probably nothing to worry about. I haven't heard explosions or anything. I have heard weird sounds though. I heard like screams. As I'm gonna just say that was either Chamari or Kakashi's sister. I would just say that would be funny. Look out. As Naruto, he wakes up and thinks about it as he gets out of bed and realizes that he's like, he has no clothes on. As he puts on some clothes, as he wakes up to Mori and Kakashi's sister and says, "Hey, I gotta go. I gotta go talk to this guy." He says, "I might be leaving for 2 years." As they were like, but Naruto, by the time you be 20, I'm gonna just say they 18. As he says, yeah, I know. As he says, okay, I'll make it 1 year. When I'm not out, I'll come back. As they say, Naruto, what about a month? As Naruto says, I think that'll be enough. As he says, I'll try to make it work. As he dips, he's like, he got on some new drip. He's like, that's not like it. As he gets a flashback of what happened to his last drip last night, he was like, my drip from yesterday is all gone. As he's just thinking about his drip, I'm about to cry, and he just leaves the apartment with a tear coming down his eye. As then he goes to permission. As then he goes to Jiraiya, and he talks and he says, I only need 2 months to train, plus I need to get back to my family, I could say. As then he said, yeah, I guess you can make a month work. As a month after that, he learns his KCM form, all of that. He learns everything. As Jiraiya said, I guess you really didn't need that long. And he was like, yeah, I guess I did it. As and Naruto was like, as he goes back, as he sees Kakashi's sister and Tamari in a kimono just in the door, he's like, please don't rip my drip. I please just don't rip this drip. As he's like, we can do whatever, but not the drip. As he's just like, I don't want my drip broken again. And then, no, this outfit is way too drippy. As he's just thinking about the drip, bro. As eventually they do the deed. As as they like, as they all, I'm gonna just say Sasuke comes in the door, comes to the door, and then Naruto wants some clothes because they destroyed his drip again. And he's like, go get yourself cleaned up. And they say, yes, sensei. And he was like, don't say that ever again. That's weird. As he's just like, no. As he's just thinking, and I said, no. What have I got myself into? As he's just like, as he opens the door, he just sees Sasuke and he was like, oh, I guess. As he's like, you guys dating or something? It's not. And Sasuke was like, actually, in fact, this. And Naruto was like, that's cool enough. As Naruto was like, oh, cool. As he said, oh yeah, your father, the new Hokage actually dropped this off. Said, new Hokage. He goes, your dad asked me to drop this off. There's going to be a new Hokage though. I was like, oh cool. As he opens it and says, hey son, guess what? You are the next Hokage. As he looks at this, as he just literally passes out, he's like, bruh. As he just passes out right then and there. And then they called Tamari and Kakashi's sister. As they heard the shower running, and they were like, oh, never mind. One of them must be in the shower, but he's like, well, who's ever not in the shower? And then they stick their heads out of the bathroom. As then they were like, we'll be out there in a second. As then Sasuke faints. He was like, he passed out. He was like, dang, my man packing. My man got two. As he was like, Naruto got two. How is this possible? Not in my life I would ever think this would come. Not ever. As he just passes out, he was like, oh my god. As he just passes out. And then, what's the name come out? They both come out eventually. Yeah, Naruto. And then Naruto was like, he good. He is passed out. As he was like, as when he wakes up, he's like, Hokage. As he goes to the Hokage's office, and it was Ambu hiding. As Naruto says, Ambu, why are you hiding? As then they jump at him with killing intent. As he does a 360, kicking them away. As then he's like, you are still worthy, my son. As then he becomes the Hokage. He's a 19-year-old Hokage, and I'm gonna just say he was in an Ambu. He was already in an Ambu when he was 12, I would say. 14. I'm gonna say 14. When he was 14. No, 10. When he was 10. He was in an Ambu when he was 10. I'm gonna say. As that's what I was like, I have proved my sensei. I have shown my sensei's great, I forgot what it's called. Great honor. As then he says, actually, Naruto, about that, I have some bad news. And he was like, oh no, I hate bad news. Hashirama has actually died. I mean, Tobirama has actually died. As Naruto, his tears start dripping down his face. As Naruto punches the wall as hard as he can, breaking every other wall except the roof in four. As what's the name, just looks at him like, I'm sorry, Naruto. As Naruto's like, it's okay, Dad. As he's just calming down, he's trying to calm down. As he says, yeah, I'll be ready tomorrow. Then he goes back to the house with tears dipping out his face. As then the Tamari and Kakashi said their axe was wrong, and Naruto says, I don't want to talk about it. As then he sits on the couch, just like still crying. As they're like, we can probably cheer you up. Not hard. Naruto says, yeah, try it. They're like, you probably let me do one thing, and it will probably cheer me up. But I don't think you would do that one specific thing. As then they pull his arm to the room. They do their deed or whatever. That's not sounds like. As he calms down, without crying, I mean, like, really, why did they have to pick the one thing? As he was like, oh, I was better off crying. As after that, I'm not actually said I ended up here. I bet some of y'all like, no. No, I'm not gonna end it up here. So they hear a big boom. As I'm only doing this now because of like the age thing or whatever, the deed thing or whatever. As actually, I'm gonna lower the age, like they 20 to 19 right now. I'm gonna lower the age to 17. The 18. I'm gonna lower the age to 18. As they hear big boom, as the Naruto says, I already know what this is. This is something coming after me. As he goes outside, as it's not even them, it's the pain. It's pain. As pain, as they like fight, they like, fighting the shinobi. As the shinobi can't do anything. As Naruto comes out beating up every single one pain, except for, that one specific pain. The pain that we all know. The pain that was irritating. The one and only puppet pain. I'm playing. I bet everybody right now like, what? What? But you already know the original pain. I'm not talking about like the actual pain. I'm talking about the basically main pain, the main puppet pain. I should say. No, I'm not talking about the puppet pain. But anyways, he's fighting the last one. He has to use a lot of his power, but he eventually takes him down. As I'm gonna say, the carrier of the Nine Tails has came to the village because some random people pet the Nine Tails and their kid because they want their kid to be strong or whatever. I'm just saying, as the carrier has died and got the Nine Tails extracted. As right after this, they hear uh, like they see like nothing but a shadow come down, and it's like a big like it's like two meteors about to crash, but it's flooding as they see somebody. As this person is Obito, I'm gonna say it's Obito. As then he's like, no. As he's he says, I have the 10 tails, and I declare war. As he threw, as the planetary devastation thing or whatever goes and is about to hit the ground, but Naruto shatters both of them. I'm gonna say it was two. As he shatters them, as they like just shatter completely, as everybody goes like, wow, the Hokage has some strength. As everybody knows by now that he's the Hokage, let's just say the word spread fast. As then after this, Obito dipped. As then they got to their fighting fields, did all of that, blah 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 blah. As after that, yeah, after that, so I'm gonna just skip to the part where they like head to head contact with the Ten Tails. Like they don't have no tails right now because all the tails are gone. As they like, dang it. As Minato and Naruto, the main one rushing in, as Madara says, oh, where's brother? Where's my old friend? What should I say? He says, where's my old friend? Where's Tobiyama? He's like, oh, I forgot. I killed them. As he laughs, as then he feels a pain. He feels five like pains. He feels like a pain in different areas. As he's like, he's like spitting up like a pool of blood. Fill up a whole pool. This man almost dead already. But Obito was like, no, grandfather. I'm gonna just say it. Yeah, he's his grandfather. As he's like, Obito, Obito. As he's like leaking out blood. As then he sees a whole bunch of swords in him. He sees like 5 swords in him. As he doesn't like spit out a whole bunch of blood like a literal pool, literal, a literal pool of blood. It's just like like a puddle. I'm gonna say a puddle. He's like, grandfather. And she's like, I'm okay. And he's like, but you need to get that back. As it was Sasuke that put all of them in the back. And then Madara got cut off. Like literally, his head got cut off. As Naruto was the one who was doing this. He was so fast that nobody saw him. He like pulled out his sword. Like let me just say, you know how like somebody fake pull out their sword. It looked like they don't pull out that sword at all, but they really just put it out in like 0.1 second, like that, and then that's what he did. And then his head fell to the ground, killing Madara. As then Obito says, "You'll pay for what you did to my grandfather." Blah blah blah. And then they smack Obito in the face, bro. He's like knock him out. He's like, why am I going this man? As then the mask breaks as Kakashi and Minato Obito, I mean, like, why are you doing this, Obito? And Obito says, well, because one, Kakashi couldn't keep a promise. Rin died. It's Kakashi. Try. As usually, he should have tried hard enough. And then he's like, that's for you, Naruto. You always took it. You always took Kakashi's side, basically. Yeah. As he was like, no, no. And so then as he was like, yeah, that's what it's you know it. But anyways, I'm here for revenge. As that doesn't go so well. He slumped. They defeat the Tentils, and then a month after that, they repair all of this, and Naruto proposes to Tamari and Kakashi's sister, which I still have not found a name for. They say yes, of course. You know, they do the deed a lot more times, and I will say Tamari gets pregnant, and they say, and I'm gonna say they 20 right now. 24, 23. I'm gonna do like a next generation, like a Boruto. Okay. Alright, y'all feel me? Like, comment if you think like the next generation thing is a good idea. But like when I'm filming this, it's gonna be a lot of cuts in it because I'm gonna have to edit this and like add multiple parts to it because like literally every time I tried to record this, it literally kept cutting me off. So like yeah, hope you enjoyed the video, y'all, and peace. Oof.